Thanks for watching. As always, Cloud Saver the Third, aka the Phoenix. Already.
Manifesting Millions.
Dorinda Alexander. Y'all gotta excuse me, my voice is in and out from football games.
She was calling the Hogs.
I was and was.
And I guess what is the Brian people? What is
Hornets.
The Hornets. They took a loss to the Parkview Patriots.
They did.
It was all good, all good. And I really like. I don't keep it too much of high school football, but it was kind of interesting to see my old alma mater taking care of business at that level.
Oh yeah, they got a man. He used to play with my son. He hard.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Man ain't no joke.
Yeah, that's cool though. It's good for the city. It's good for just athletics in general, especially for the men, the young men who's conducting themselves in that manner. Because if you highlight yourself, the right people see you.
Yep.
Get you to the next level.
Yep.
And hopefully one day, if they go to the NFL side of things, there you go, play on Sundays, occasional Mondays and occasional Thursdays.
Mm-hmm. That's what we aiming for.
Yeah, that's awesome. But so if you don't hear her, or she started getting raspy, she's been screaming on the sidelines and the stands all weekend.
And last weekend.
There you go too. And she said she's gonna be screaming again next weekend, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just high school games, because like I said, he's been invited to all these college games, so I've been going to them too. And you just kind of get in it.
Hey,
when you in it, you in it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But how you been?
I've been okay. I've been making it. I'm thinking about doing this cleanse here soon. So
Okay.
we'll see how that go.
Same she was doing?
Yeah, in a sort of way.
She said she can't do the
I got
can't
my
do the
pickiness
juice.
in it.
Yeah.
I got my stuff I'm gonna pull out, but
You gonna pull out these Mountain Dews and get rid of those from
See,
me?
she said I had to stop caffeine and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
a pop.
Yeah.
You can't drink
You
pop on
can't.
cleanse.
Yeah, no sugar. I didn't have sugar, dairy, meat, caffeine, like carbs.
Are you doing the whole thing too, as far as not just food and drinks, you do people,
Yeah.
habits? I'm not saying you have anything bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I was thinking about the marijuana side of it for sure.
Oh, tear. Like, don't get rid of that.
Yeah, don't get, well,
That's not bad for you.
No, I'm thinking about doing it in a different way. They said it is bad for me to be smoking it.
You gonna snort it?
No, I'm actually going to put it on in some tea, maybe.
Okay.
They said that if you brew it in tea, that it's a good way to,
digest it.
yeah, digest it and keep
So
it in
your body,
versus the.
I would say your body, I guess, digest it differently because from
Yeah,
smoking
I'm
it.
hoping.
Okay.
It's just another way to intake it, I guess, and it'll be much cleaner and.
So I would say, I'm not saying you haven't done this, but do your own research independently, get the actual data that you need, and make that informed decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're going in a bad path, but I
No,
want
right.
you to do it on the sake of one person telling you this.
Exactly. So yeah, just trying to find different ways to
Already.
do different things, but not intake them like
Yeah.
how Dorinda is intaking them. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's
The
intense.
greens and
You
all
can't-
the.
I literally only had fruits and vegetables
Yeah.
for 5 days straight.
I mean, I could probably do the fruits and vegetables. I'm a big potato and all that type of stuff.
All right,
Like, I
so-
like that type
so
of
No,
stuff.
that's a
carbs.
starch.
I can't have all my
You can't-
side Oh my God.
No.
I don't know. I ain't gonna take
What are you doing for 1 week? Just 1 week.
Do 3 days.
I'm just
Start
gonna,
with like 3
I'm
days.
gonna get a list from her.
Don't
and
you
have
know,
her
man?
help me
Let it go
out.
the whole week.
Now, some people, you gotta break them in slow.
No.
Trying to break.
If you
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
about
no.
it, be about it.
Well, we're gonna work on that, y'all. But I mean, the past couple weeks, I know y'all hadn't seen me. I've been doing some stuff, but it's been cool. I was actually sick a couple weeks ago. Thankfully, it wasn't horrible or COVID or whatever new variant or whatever y'all want to call it nowadays. But I mean, I was having these horrible migraines. Like, I don't know why, but that was another reason I'm wanting to kind of, figure out some kind of cleanse or something to do.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of things that I have been doing is contributing to the migraines.
It
because
will,
I've
for sure.
never had migraines.
Yeah, so that was part of the problem that I was having. I have migraines. I have
okay.
prescription medicine for them, but I started having more frequently. And then like I had one that was so bad one day that when I took my prescription medicine, it still didn't work. And I was like, nah, something is up. And then, like I said, that's when I had found out for like 3 months straight, I was having real bad blood pressure issues. And so that really is what sparked it for me, because even my doctor, he's been treating me for forever. And when he's looking me upside my head, because he talked to me like I'm his child, like that's the kind of relationship girl, you know. So when he's looking at me like that and calling me out, and then I'm having issues that I usually don't have, and then it's making the issues that I already have worse. Yeah, you got to do something about that.
Yeah.
But ever since, I mean, my blood pressure's been A1. I haven't had a headache. I haven't had any of my arthritis flare-ups. I've been sleeping better. It's easier for me to wake up in the morning, just all that stuff.
Yeah, I need to do that.
You're cleansed. And those at home, encourage her in the comment section. You know, if you see her on Facebook, if you want to follow her there, give us her encouraging words. Say, you got this, girl.
Yeah.
It's just 7 days.
You got it, dude.
1 week, guys. Sunday to Sunday. Or a Tuesday to Tuesday. Where she feel like starting this thing.
I did 5 days. That's why I said just break her in with 3. Yeah, I just did 5.
Well, then, you got 5 days? Monday to Friday, and then weekend you can ball on out. You get you.
I would not recommend that.
I agree, but I'm saying.
Well, and not just that though. Your body is gonna reject that. Like
it'll be a shock to the system initially. Yeah. So that first 48 hours gonna be real. So don't even talk to you. Don't call you. Leave you alone. Huh?
What the fuck?
Don't
I'm gonna have to not be doing any filming, not anything until Sunday.
You're gonna be irritable like a motherfucker.
Yeah. But maybe you could start off small and just choose like maybe 1 or 2 things that you say, okay, I'm gonna cut this out, instead of just going cold turkey with everything.
I'm supposed to be going cold turkey with these sodas because I've tried to even 1 or 2 a day. It don't work.
It don't work.
Buying a case, buying a soda.
You get a 12 pack, or you get like the big boys?
I get 12, 18s, and 24 sometimes. Depending on what my money.
So while you're out there doomsday prepping with water and like stuff like that, she got
sodas,
pops galore.
Only Mountain Dews, not sodas. I'm not even gonna lie. I won't even buy a different kind.
Yeah, but Mountain Dew is like the worst one.
The refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm not buying any other.
Like in beer, take one replace one. You get mad if you don't put a Coke in the refrigerator.
You're lying. Like I'm not lying. Everybody would laugh at you. Didn't know.
That's funny.
Everybody would be like, he knows or some shit.
Maybe that's what your detox needs to be then. Like just cut
that
out and adding water. Replace it with water because you need water.
I bought a case of waters the other day because I watched a film that said, it was a comedy skit, but it was like, you ain't black. Like they don't want to go in your house. You ain't black if you ain't got a case of water sitting inside you. And I thought to myself, well, man, I must not be black. I don't never got no water. So I went and bought a case of water just about a week ago when I was sick. And it's been sitting in there. Like my kids will go get it and they'll throw it upside down. You know how they
tossing it to make it land.
For guys and ladies at home, I checked on her too just to have a conversation to encourage her what to do during the particular process. It appears she didn't take nothing I said either in consideration. That's stubborn. I mean, Mountain Dew.
She like Mountain Dew?
No, that's cool. But ladies and gentlemen at home, if your body's trying to tell you something, and you have other people trying to encourage you, hey, you may want to do this. Give that at least a day a try and see if it helps out.
That's for real. No, but for real, because
JD said no. Just continue to do what you're doing, suffer, go through whatever. Right?
No migraines. I was in the dark. Like with my TV on, you know, but in my little fireplace. But I couldn't do it.
Already.
For real.
But I'm glad to see everyone like always. It's always a good time to share this particular moment with you guys. In real life, obviously, of course, digitally, you know, this lasts forever. So it's always a good thing to see everyone and just catch up briefly. But I'm going to we can go straight to it. You got anything you want to, you all right? And, you know.
But yeah.
Already.
Everything all right.
Already.
Yeah.
Good, he lying. That's the same JD. He said, not really. All right. Maybe.
Can I point out that we all color coordinated?
What?
So
this was not planned.
No, we so black and white. Got a little gray mixture.
That counts.
That counts. No, you're right. Because it kind of, you put that together, kind of makes that color.
Yeah.
I know. This was not talked about.
It's not planned.
I actually didn't even realize this shit. Shout out to DOA. But we had a particular suggestion in the comments in a little group chat that we had.
Yeah, so I'm only bringing this up, and again, I still didn't even watch the whole thing. I didn't do my research on it, but I've been seeing little clips, and I actually didn't even turn the video up, mind you. So I don't even know what I said. No volume. I've just seen what she kind of was doing and interact, how she was acting, and then what happened.
Okay.
Little clips. But anyway, the girl who got hit in the face with the brick. Yeah. So at first, watching it, I was just like, damn, whoever was mad, why would they hit her in the face with a brick? I have no idea. Yeah. Whatever. So then I'm watching the clip that was on IG, and she walked past him, swiped his face, whatever it was, did her little Tyra Banks walk, and then twerked like Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, God.
That was different.
That was a different day.
That was a different day?
Yeah, it was
different person,
different person and different day?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on, but I just kind of wanted to go, and it doesn't also necessarily have to do with just relationship or wanting to date someone, but I wanted to know, how do people take rejection? Can you take rejection? A lot of people on my live, that's what I was telling you earlier. Oh yeah, I can take rejection. I take it easy. It's life. But I, went on down to tell them, okay, it's life. And you're saying you can take rejection, but if you can take rejection, why is there so many mad people out here?
Right.
Why is there so much going on out here if they can't take rejection? And it goes from jobs to friendships to work to anything. You could get rejected from anything in life.
Yeah.
And yes, it's life, but those who are saying that they can take it, I'm like, how? What do you do in that sense? And they,
Because in life, you do get a lot more, well, in most cases, you get a lot more no's than yeses.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just building you to get that tough skin, know how to apply things emotionally, process things in the moment, and of course, long term as well, to prepare you for the next situation, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And so, to answer your question, I can take rejection because as a young man, I had people, OGs, or people that you kind of, not necessarily inspired to be, but you took good information from to help build me for certain moments of rejection. Okay. And, I probably watched some stuff I shouldn't be watching at certain ages, and also was privy to a lot of things, which most times we are as children. We see things we're not supposed to be privy to, and that kind of just helped me out in regards to rejection. Okay.
In all forms or in
I would say
specific ways? Or?
At that time, it was more like, for example, as you get hormones, girls, women. At the time, it was girls because, we adolescents, shit like that. So, even just the whole this is back in our day, the 1900s, as my aunt say. You had the piece of paper. Do you like me? The whole yes, no, and or go out with me, maybe type stuff. Yeah. And it may be a no there.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a horrible.
Crumb that shit up, throw it away, and go to the next person or whatever. Yeah. And so that was like kind of the first thing in my life. Yeah. And shit like that. So you start seeing the popular kids versus the guys and girls who wasn't that popular. So you try to see that social class, the separation. You're not really realizing what's going on then, but you try to become familiar with what's going, overall in life. Yeah. So those are the first instances of where rejection was in my life as a young man. Yeah.
So you wasn't with the popular kid?
At first, JD, no, because I was not necessarily a loner brother, but I was kind of like a lone wolf in the sense where I had my own. I was independent in thought. I didn't really do a lot of groupthink back then. I was cool to be that different person. Yeah. And as time progressed, it actually worked in my favor because people were more interested in me over here because, you know what he got? Let me go see what he about because he always, shit like that, or he just do him. Yeah. Even now as a grown man, I have, of course, my circle of people that I engage with, but I still, I can still rock by myself and still be me independently. Yeah. That's what's up. But yeah. Do you want to go ahead and answer the question?
Was I hanging with the popular?
Well, according to a lot of people,
he ain't took much rejection, especially in high school, but,
Are you hating?
No.
Okay.
Because I was going to write JD the little no, yes, no, maybe, but he didn't. I'm just kidding, but no, like, literally, I didn't know him that young anyway.
But could you get a rejection, or have you handled rejection in life in general?
A lot of it.
Gotcha.
Just come with the territory. You gotta understand, the worst thing a person could tell you is no. So, at that point, just dust it off and keep going. Does it hurt sometimes? Yeah. It hurts. It bothers you. But you be like, dang, I thought I was gonna do this, or dang, I thought this was gonna work out like this, or dang, but at the end of the day, you just have to rewrap affect your thinking. So
See, I come from the same place, but I know I'm sensitive and I know I'm emotional and I'm a feeler. So when I feel things, I feel them deeply. So yes, rejection is gonna affect me. Not in the space to where I'm gonna like blow up and hit somebody in the face with a brick, but I'm gonna feel it. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna get over it and I'm gonna move on. I mean, it's pretty much that.
Yeah. So I mean, I like you said. Yeah. I mean, I think I can handle rejection in a sense, depending on what it is. You know, I'm always that fence rider. It just depends on what it is. You know, like a lot of people go through a lot of things with if it's a relationship and then they don't get that rejection until 3 or 4 months down the line.
Yeah.
Or you might have a job and you've been working it for 10 years and someone straight out the door gets the job that you even applied for and thought that you would get. That's rejection. You know? So it's a lot of different ways you can be rejected. And could I handle them? Possibly. I think I could. Not in a blow up way like she says, but sometimes I have blown up when it's been in a relationship. So you know.
But that's so. I was just about to say there's levels to it too because it's all a matter of like how much you're invested in whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
So if it's like somebody that I've been talking to for like 3 weeks versus somebody that I've been dealing with for like 7-8 months, that's different.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more feelings invested, a lot more time invested, a lot more of my energy that I've given to you. Same thing with a job. If I've been busting my tail off, because I had this happen to me, busted my tail off, I'm doing X, Y, and Z on the job extra for this company. I should be making this salary, but really I'm making like $50,000 less than that. I go to apply, I don't get it, but the chick that's doming the manager gets it. Yeah, I blew up. I blew up. But my hard work didn't? No. No.
Exactly.
She put a lot of effort in.
She put a lot of
effort in.
No. No, I put in a lot of damn effort.
For real.
she don't go up and be on the Call of Duty.
Hey, salute to
That
her too.
is so freaking funny. I cannot.
But I know I was legit in a situation like that. So yeah, I blew the fuck up and I put my 2 weeks in because So there's levels to it.
Yeah. So another thing too, even you at home, I use it to my advantage too. If I'm getting, for example, professionally or just personally, I kind of use it as motivation. Example, like one of the best guys ever doing on the court, Michael Jordan. He said, I took it personally, and so I use that particular energy, and it continues to drive me further to reach whatever goal I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And so when I get rejected, even currently right now, like you spoke to about trying to get a particular line of work or career, I've been still doing that. I'm in a position at 40 years old now. I'm overqualified in a lot of things. So even when you turn your resume in, they will reject you because this guy ain't gonna be here that long.
Or
go ahead.
we're not gonna pay him what he's worth, and we know that he's not gonna settle for less. So
that part, and so I'm in that particular gray spot where I'm either gonna be told no because I'm overqualified, or a lot of times too, you don't really get the invite in person because they look at the documentation and don't even give you a chance to get in front of them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, and it could be even over the phone, which is good, but I can sell myself even better if I meet you.
yeah,
We actually see each other in person. I can give off, okay, you know, he's a stand-up guy, or I believe everything he's saying. Not saying I'm gonna sell him a lie, but it just you can get more in person. So you get that kind of rejection, especially the unfortunate side too. We get rejected for a certain job or a career path. You never get the feedback to why you didn't choose me. I really wish.
Which is a good thing.
And that's not always just in careers either, because sometimes it's in relationship, like when you're or trying to like develop a relationship with somebody, and like I said, energy investment goes into that, but then it's not reciprocated and you're wondering why. Like that's one of those you never really, that closure that people seek, you don't really get it because that other person's not going to give it to you.
Exactly.
Even now, there's another personal thing about me. My kids are currently rejecting me because of the divorce I just went through. I met up with the mother of my children yesterday, and we talked about forgiveness in a recording we had recently. I'm working on it,
And not yesterday, but Friday was partner day, so.
Well, we ain't in partners, but I got you.
No, pardon.
Oh,
Pardon.
pardon. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Say less. And so, trying to understand, forgive, and also deal with that where we're at, rejecting my advances from a communication standpoint. Of course, you're not getting the emotional, the mental stability or, influence or influx that you need. So dealing with that rejection now, that my advancements in those particular matters are not being reciprocated.
Yeah.
And I'm only just money right now. That's all it is. You said what else?
As it should be right now. If you don't got nothing else you want.
Well, you might. Well, I want to be more than just an ATM for my children.
I mean,
Like they ain't
yeah.
fucking with me, but when they need some money, they
Exactly.
I don't like
You
that
know,
shit. That
yeah.
shit sucks. Like, damn, I want to talk to you. I want to see how you doing.
Man, fuck them kids.
They gonna come around.
I got that on my shirt right now today.
Fuck.
And
It's a
so,
verb.
yeah, that part. So it's just one of the things that, yes, rejection can be a tough thing. And regarding to the lady, not knowing the full story, because I've seen different clips kind of explain her backstory and how she can do things because she got like a GoFundMe right now.
Yeah, I heard that she did a
Okay.
lot of stuff. She do it for
I
clout.
haven't really been on social media a lot
Well, she
because
do
I've
it
been.
for clout.
So
Yes,
what
I'll-
happened completely?
You wanna-
JD probably knows.
Well, I mean, go ahead. You want to go ahead and explain?
We got time?
I mean, we can.
But I did hear somebody
No, you
got
can
in
go
my
talk to
box
her,
and
you
said
got
that
sex,
she's
go ahead.
literally
Talk
doing it for clout. She's been
initially,
doing it
go
for
ahead.
years.
Because Dorinda may not know.
Supposedly, the girl, when she turned down some dude, and then a dude picked up a brick and hit her in the face because she wouldn't give him a number, and it was some other people out there watching. She said that nobody helped her, and then she had a video where face was swole, and she was all tore up and shit because she got hit in the face with a brick. But you got people saying that she was antagonizing the dude too. You got she had a GoFundMe with almost mirrored about having a concussion, and she's a single mother and stuff like that. So all of that stuff can be true, but I don't believe in physical violence against women. So I put the police on a woman she hit me.
Man,
If I actually hit you, though, I'm just being real.
No,
though.
me too. I've been
Really,
there here in
you
real
call
life.
me whatever you want to call me.
No,
shit, but-
I agree.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put, cause if you hit me and I put my hands on you, then I'm gonna be the one that get in trouble for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's
a double
not
standard that we
balanced,
live in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd rather walk away from you, dip. I done been in situations where folks done jumped on me, and I won't
He
put my
did say
hands
he
on
was
them.
abused.
I was.
No, I mean, my ex-wife, I had to call the police on her twice.
I was beat.
Because she was, I know she carries. For those who know me, my mother was killed by my mother killed my father. And so with that history, I didn't want it to repeat itself. And I was like, let me get these people in her life because, I don't want to lose my life at this young age.
Yeah.
That shit was
Makes
crazy.
sense.
And so, yeah, because like he just spoke to, I'm trained to kill.
Yeah.
And I know if I go that route, it's over.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to, you're stupid, man.
What the?
JD.
JD. No, JD.
He's a ninja.
Now you ain't on to it. I'm going from my military experience. We were trained not to preserve life but take life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
And
real.
those people,
Especially being a Marine.
and
Yeah.
so in those particular mindset, I don't want to get angry. I don't want to go that route ever. I avoid conflict
Yeah.
in that
I
regard.
get angry very seldom, but I get angry.
Say again, sir?
I get angry sometimes.
Yeah, but I know me, if I go that direction, I'm going to do something I'm going to regret. And so when it comes to this situation, yeah, I did the same thing. I got those people in their life, diffuse the situation, and have paperwork behind it. So if something is revisited, this was here.
Yeah.
Right.
And so to build that case if need be.
Yeah.
But back to the young lady, and I'm not trying to give no excuse because I agree, you should never hit a woman, especially in that manner, at all. That's crazy.
Right.
Like, I don't understand that either. If that,
I mean, I
do
don't,
we
we
need
don't know
to,
if it's true.
that's what I'm saying, we don't even know that, because
It ain't everything ain't came out. So.
correct, 'cause there's no actual visual evidence,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken. we had, because usually in today's society, people gonna pull their phones out and like, oh my,
Yeah.
no one did this. Like, even the aftermath, the brick was like laying on the ground.
I mean, somebody had the phone out recording her as she walked past and
But
slapped
see,
him
they
across the
said,
face.
that's a skit. They said that could have been a skit.
Yeah, that was some other shit she put on TikTok.
Yeah, because she has a social media
So that
presence.
wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't the same
Dude?
day.
No,
Oh.
it was total different day. Same woman, but it is reported that
Yeah.
she likes things for clout because
Yeah.
she had it's an interview she did with I think a magazine or online thing where she was trying to talk to being a single woman, being an immigrant or some sort of whatever it was, and so she was speaking to that matter, and she at that time created I think a GoFundMe back then too, and separately what currently was going on now, she has another GoFundMe because that's how she hustles, and I think the last time I seen it, it was like at 35,000 people donated.
Now, I'm not going to say, because I clearly don't know, but I will say this. I have been in a lot of situations where I've rejected a guy and he's blowing up on me or being real, like aggressive towards me. Ain't nobody ever put their hands on me when I rejected them, but...
Hold your thought. We're going to reset.
Okay.
I'm going to let Dorinda finish on the other side of this. Y'all want to give some handles out real quick before we go to the commercial break?
I'm gonna keep my hands.
Already. Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah.
Manifesting Millions on all social media platforms.
Oriana_Dorinda and Dorinda Alexander on Facebook.
And just subscribe to the channel. I give you my other stuff on the back end here. We'll see you on the other side of this particular commercial break or just resetting. He still don't know. Yeah, but it's all good.
What it do, man? Hey, I hope y'all enjoying the podcast. Do me a favor. Go on YouTube right now, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell, man. We out here doing big things. We want y'all to stay tuned on everything we got coming up. So with that being said, to keep up with us, do as I just instructed. You got something?
Exactly what the brother just said. What the hell are you waiting on?
Yeah, do that.
And we are back. We got a
Yeah, y'all got MP in this joint.
already.
Yeah. First time on the joint, yeah, we finna turn it up.
Long time watcher and viewer. Once again from the comments to the podcast.
Yeah,
He in this building. But we're gonna pick up exactly where we left off. We were speaking about rejection. Ms. Dorinda was kind of giving her thoughts in that regard. Go ahead and finish.
I gotta remember what I was saying.
So you talking about what the fuck was she talking about? You talking about?
No, wait. I think I was just talking about how I've been in situations where, somebody, I'm at the gas station and he's like, yo, let me get your number. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And then he popping off at the mouth and being aggressive towards me. So what I was saying is I can see.
Has that happened recently, like in the past couple of years with you?
Yeah.
It
It happened so bad to me that it got to the point where I just started telling people that I got a boyfriend or a husband at home.
That don't.
And they still don't be
But
like,
they still don't.
they
But
still be like, what they got to do
no,
with me?
but the chances are, in my experience, the chances are they will still. I'll get so you don't want no friends, and then I can be like, no, I'm faithful, bye, and then they'll leave me alone. Whereas if I just say I ain't interested, it's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game.
I definitely know.
So, what is your perspective on rejection, sir? Can you handle it? Have you been rejected? Not just in a relationship, but just professional, whatever.
Yeah, I can't handle rejection. It just make me go harder. I mean, yeah. Just gotta tighten up your game. I'm just saying, you get rejected, keep on pushing, man. Just gotta tighten up your game on whatever it is. To me. But I know a lot of dudes that, they can't handle it. They
Because I'm going to speak to what he's saying, tighten up your game. What about the niggas or white man or whatever, they got their shit on top, cars, money, house, and they still approach a woman and they just like,
like these days, they don't know how to approach a woman, especially like her. Like, you ain't finna be, what's up, little mama, her. You gotta be like, oh, you need me to pump your gas or something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you gotta know how to.
It's just what it is.
Be like, what's up, little mama? Let me get your number.
Already.
I'm just saying, you wanna feel comfortable because a woman gonna be scared out men out top. You don't know. They screaming, these young niggas got switches. These young boys got switches and blizzards and everything else.
Already.
Yeah.
For real.
For real, I
If you
have.
rejected, you weren't right. That's all I'm saying. So you gotta go tighten up. So I learned that through experience. So.
Already OGs. I mean, I had OGs growing. You got some people that influence you, or you can take a little bit after. But I agree with you in regards. Like I was speaking that before you arrived. You know, if anything, I go harder too.
Yeah.
I readjust and I just reassess myself, and then I keep it pushing. I use it as motivation.
Yeah.
But back to you in your particular situation with these creeps, you know, and shit like that. And men out there, if you're watching, the math is there. There are more women than men for a reason.
Right.
So even if the render turns you down, it's okay.
Keisha gonna give you that number.
I mean, for real.
For real.
So just move on to the next one. Approach like my man spoke to. You can, come on, man. You gotta be grown about this shit. You can't approach a woman that's 35 plus, whatever, the same way you approach a 19-year-old if you are at that level.
I don't know. Some of them gonna be like, "Get your lame man."
Yeah.
You come with that, "Hey, ma'am, how you doing?"
I mean, it's just.
Well,
But I mean, like, you gotta know who you're dealing with.
Of course.
And I don't even think it's the age. That's just
Nah,
you just
it
gotta
ain't
know
the
how to
age.
respect a woman.
It's more of the
Gotcha.
demeanor of the person.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of gauge just. I mean, if you're a good people reader, you can.
And also,
Yeah.
it's the environment too. Like
Yeah.
for example, now this may work for you, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Let's say at the gym, a woman could be sweaty. She may be feel vulnerable, right? So she may not even want to be approached. That part too. I'm saying that happens, but she may not be wanting to be approached in that atmosphere right then. Catch her. Now you want to spot her, help out. Like, man, I see you. Give her some technique advice.
Hey.
That may.
Spot
They get you in there, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I see,
Lift her.
mama, how you say, man, I
Spirits.
don't hurt yourself. No, let me show you how you do it properly. And she started feeling good, like, thank you. You can either walk away and take it from there, and the next time y'all see each other, hey, she may say something to you. Let it breathe a little bit. But, I agree, you got to be able to adjust and move forward. Have you, like, from a personal standpoint, you've been turned down more than you've been things accepted in your way?
Yeah. You gonna get rejected more times than you win.
We spoke about that.
Yeah.
Shit, you gonna get rejected a bunch of times.
Already. And then at that moment back then, how did you handle that versus how you handle it now?
I kept shooting at something else. I had to readjust my game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm changing my game with.
Already.
Yeah.
And it paid dividends.
Then it be like the different type of women you approach too. Like, I ain't finna go just chasing no rats. I mean, the rat is the Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Don't chase rats, guys.
don't chase the Dukes, man. Don't let sexy red influence y'all. Don't chase
Because
the
all
Dukes.
rats is not in the hood.
Man.
Some rats be rich.
Well, the rich rat said, "Don't chase Dino." I'm telling you. Hey, I ain't been rejected by a rich rat. Where she at? Let me get some
Shit,
rejection.
those
going.
are the Sukianas.
Huh?
Those are the Sukianas. The rich rats.
A couple of
Do you?
I don't.
everybody.
Oh, no, I do know.
Everybody is
I lied.
Sukiana, like
Yeah, I
blind
do
clothes,
know a
dog,
couple of
but
rats.
We
I
talking
ain't
about
gonna
rejection.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We talking about, we don't go too far.
We ain't talking about the rats.
Next time.
Yeah.
Anything else in regards to rejection you want to kind of ask since this is your topic?
I mean, no, we kind of really touch bases on how you would take rejection. Can you take rejection? The different ways if you do take rejection, how do you build yourself from that rejection? I think we really kind of...
Nah, we ain't touch everything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like, I'm just saying, like, y'all need to start rejecting every man at the gas station. You might be missing your husband. You
Yeah.
single, you gotta lie like you got a man.
Why y'all looking at me?
I
All
did.
three of y'all
I'm
looking at me.
I'm just saying, like, okay, like, change your approach too. Like, give him a fake number. If you ain't feeling them, give him a fake number.
Well, then they playing games though.
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel like I need to do that. Well, I can't. How come y'all can't just accept me when I say no? I'm not interested and keep it moving.
So-
if I'm interested, then I will entertain and give you my phone
Out of
number.
the
And I
last
might
5
not
guys
save
that you
the number.
rejected, how many that you would have got your number to?
I gave somebody my number a couple weeks ago, actually, at the gas station at 7:00 in the morning on my way to work.
Yeah, you
Because-
get a lot of approaches at the gas station, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
she...
Find you a new gas station.
So you gotta find you a new gas station.
I don't go nowhere.
Well, at least he
If the
got
show
a
ain't
job.
gonna
If
happen
he up at 7, I hope you going
It
to
ain't
work.
gonna
so-
happen at work.
That part.
It ain't going. But I mean, I did. But then, like I said, I can give you my number. Now, if I save your number, like there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
So you got to make it to me saving the number, and then still got to make it to me actually
because I can give you the number. and
entertain
block
a
you.
A
conversation.
little follow-up
Right?
question. This guy that you gave the number, have you saved this number? Has he made
No.
it? Oh, okay. Damn. Well,
So,
good
now
luck
you
to
finna
the-
reach
And I don't talk to him anymore either. That
Oh, 60
On
hours?
2 weeks?
yeah.
What the hell?
It was
That
probably
quick?
off the first
Yeah.
day. It's the conversation.
First of all, he had too many kids. Second of all, when I'm asking you about your kids, you don't know. You can barely tell me their birthday or how old they are. No.
How many
I'm
kids he
good.
had?
8.
God damn.
Man, it's too many kids, nigga.
Do
I'm
your thing like
good.
that upside down.
So yeah, you're right. I'm okay.
I
on
was
that.
finna vouch for him too.
Nah,
God, this is 8?
ain't nigga,
Yeah.
nah.
You may have dodged yourself a little bullet.
Yeah, so I'm good
Nah,
on
she
that.
dodged the big bullet.
I mean,
Fertile, man.
very. I mean, and he's handsome, but
And he doing the Lord's work.
Man,
Lord
8
said
kids.
he's gonna fully multiply.
Nah, we
no.
just
Okay,
was
so-
talking about keeping the fruit
No,
in the ass.
okay, no. I'm gonna stay here real quick because you're right.
With the Lord.
Well, not overall. I'm saying which is
Man,
always. Oh, say less. Say less. I'm saying,
Right.
was that the only thing that kind of deterred you from this gentleman?
no. There was another situation where he just came off a little bit too cocky. I don't like that, and he came off too aggressive. Like, and then I
Can you
had
give me an
mentioned.
example real quick about direction?
Yeah, the direction.
He was he was an oversharer, number one, and he was telling me about some business that he doing and some guy that was trying to
See,
negotiate.
what the fuck?
And then,
Hold on,
No.
real quick, Dorinda.
What?
We having a conversation. We having a good time. So at our age, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna probably give you more because we don't got time to waste.
I don't share LinkedIn.
I'm like,
I'm
I'm
not
talking,
giving them- I'm
no,
not in the
'cause-
beginning. I'm not telling you.
yeah.
What-
When
oh,
you
shit.
lack boundaries like that, to me, that's a red flag. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm about. I could be
Yeah,
low down,
yeah,
dirty.
I'm
I
not
could,
finna
I could do
tell you.
anything with that
You guys are
information.
making valid.
So-
I just don't know what the man overshared. That's why I don't know the nature.
He
of what
telling his business
Right,
to her.
too
like,
much
not-
of his business
yeah.
though.
Gotcha.
Like right off the jump, like
All right.
dude, this is our first
Cause
conversation.
he trying to win you over 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10. He lying.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, he
So
just
to me,
made up
that's
a
a
whole
red
lot.
flag.
All right.
And then he was explaining some situation where I guess he was like flipping cars, like people flip houses, and some dude was trying to negotiate.
That is,
And then, yeah, some dude was trying to negotiate with him, and then, like, the way he explained this story without even trying to go back and forth on the negotiations, he said he just popped off on him and cussed him out. Why? Like, that's not how you handle business. So you ain't really a smart business dude, in my opinion, if you doing all that. And then if you
gonna fuck
pop
up my
off,
finances, nigga.
and then and so like JD was talking about being somebody that's been abused before. I don't need you to be that
Yeah,
aggressive
I got PTSD.
because I do
got
too.
PTSD, so
I
I
do
don't
too,
play.
and you gonna get aggressive with me, and my defenses are gonna go up, and I'm gonna be the one to swing first because
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get
I
me.
block
I'm
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to get you before you
motherfuckers
get
on the
me.
first conversation, and
No,
it's just because
no,
of
no.
aggression.
you can't fight.
No, it's because of aggression.
It
It's
really
because
is.
of how
I
you talk.
mean, y'all want a man, but y'all want a man to not be aggressive.
No,
No,
I
no,
wanna.
no. There's level. No, there's different kinds. There's
don't be aggressive to
different
me.
types of aggression
No,
because there's ways that you can be real aggressive with me, and I like it.
Yeah.
But there's ways that I can tell that you gonna talk to me wrong one time, and that one time is gonna end up with your hands around my throat. Like I've been there before.
So
No, thank you.
basically,
There's
it go
different.
back to what I said. They don't respect
In the
the
wrong
woman.
way. Not there's again. There's levels to that.
Yeah.
Understood.
But my point is that like in such a short amount of time, I found out all this stuff about him. And then the other creepy thing is just I was casually talking about on my way to my nephew's game, and he was like, "Oh, can I come with
Damn.
my family?"
You
What?
want me family? Everything. Yeah.
I met
That's
you
a-
3 days
sure,
ago.
why
No,
not?
no,
Yeah,
no, you
people are
cannot.
So you should. Did you recommend therapy to this gentleman?
No, I just stopped talking to him. I don't know him like that.
I hear you, but
You know him like that. He told you everything. You know it.
He like shit. I put the cards on the
You
table.
good.
No.
I think
Uh-uh.
so. You know, you debrief or you like kind of get like on the back end of things, like say some feedback. Listen, you're not the man for me. I recommend you may do this and get.
Yeah, because when he pull
Nah.
up on you at the gas station at 7 o'clock, he gonna want to.
Because you know you get gas in the same place,
Yeah.
probably.
Nah, but me personally, I don't think you need to say nothing to him though.
Thank
Me
you.
No,
personally.
I agree.
I'm
I'm
with
having
him.
fun.
Oh,
I agree.
my
I agree. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, it'd be different if
I'm
like
glad
I
you-
had entertained him for like more than 4 days.
Man, I'm just saying, like, it's gonna take a year for me to tell you anything personal about my business
see,
and how I
then-
make money. Like, I'm not.
But see, a year to me that's also a red flag because that's too long because then you too guarded. You have
No.
yes.
No, because certain
are y'all
stuff that-
familiar with like attachment styles when it comes to like relationships and stuff? You are an avoidant if you do that. You don't want to let nobody in. Yes, it is. Go do
No.
your research. Go do your research.
So,
No.
give your point
Check
why
this
you
out.
disagree.
A lot of stuff you don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like for me. I'm not finna tell you stuff because one day you gonna get mad. So I ain't finna let you hurt me what I done told you.
That's an avoidant attachment style.
I'm gonna do that. Though.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, go do your research on attachment
So,
styles.
question
There's
for you, just follow up real quick. Well, do you have a time frame where you start allowing things like that to be disclosed? If some things are not necessary. I agree.
Nah, I don't never tell you.
Gotcha.
If you find out, I don't trust nobody but me. So I ain't telling you nothing
Yeah.
because I know women. If she get mad, she gonna do something to try to hurt you.
But
so.
see that's what pissed me off because all women ain't the same.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
they
just
are
gonna
when
say.
they mad. Yeah.
No, they are not.
But what about
Now, all
is it
women are
okay,
not the
but-
same, but when they mad, if you done gave them something to hurt you with, they
Then
gonna
you-
deal
But
with
wait,
it.
it's
Immature
levels to
women,
that, like
it
she
is.
said. But what about if she's only being mad and saying whatever to you and not among? Do you mean to
But
you
if-
or amongst the people?
If
Or
she
No,
had
he
said
mean-
to
he
me,
mean
she had said
taking-
to somebody else.
You mean
Maybe.
taking your stuff and throwing it back in your face, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
So, and
that's
to me,
all.
that like okay, so
Some women do
one of
that.
my, I'm big on
Yeah.
communication,
And then
and
good
so
chunk of women do this.
yeah, it is. I will give y'all that. It
But
is
I
a
don't
good
mean.
chunk
I
of
mean,
women.
maybe not go and tell someone else's business. That's not a woman.
But
That's
you
just
should,
a child.
but she's saying, but what we're getting into, you shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Right, but see,
Yeah.
and from where I'm coming from, that's your you're immature when it comes to your communication abilities and your conflict management skills. Because to me, if I wouldn't want that done to me, I'm not going to do it to you. If we're having an argument, keep it about what we're talking about now. If there's some other shit that you ain't let go, y'all need to figure that out after you've had time to cool off. Look, we setting it on the table and we're going to come back when we can sit down and discuss this and be respectful about it.
Okay.
But I have done, first of all, I have a degree in communication. Second of all, I've done so many damn studies just to improve myself that, because I haven't always been that way. But you dealing with people that are, like communication-wise, that are still on an immature level.
Yes, ma'am. So, quick follow-up question regarding you in general, personally.
Yeah.
Do you, in your marriage, when you do get married, you make the decision to allow it to happen? Do you want to know everything about your husband?
I want my husband to feel like I'm a safe space that he can open up to me and tell me anything.
Okay, keep that. Is it possible, or do you not recommend, that you go to your grave with something? Everyone does that, right? This secrets that people retain regardless, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, I allow the woman I'm with, I know there's probably some things I'll never know about her.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that because
Yeah.
there's things about me that you probably never know about me.
Yeah.
So I don't think, this is no wrong or right answer. I'm just saying from your perspective, which you just spoke to, you may not know everything about your man.
Yeah.
And so in his line of thinking, and if I'm misspeaking, please correct me, sir. You're not going to tell everything about yourself to your partner, your
He
wife.
said he ain't telling nothing.
No, I ain't say that. I didn't say that. I said like my personal business, as far as like
Whatever.
my business venture or what, like how I'm making money.
Yeah.
I'm not finna give you
So,
all the information and
In the
nothing
same line of,
right then and there, cause I don't know you like that.
but even
After
down the
a
line,
year, you don't know me like that?
No, I can't. Yeah, I ain't trusting you. I gotta be
Then
a
you don't know how somebody gonna feel when they
mad. Yeah, so
certain
you gotta
people,
protect
Yeah.
yourself.
It's a lot of women ain't no safe spaces for niggas.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everyone.
You
That,
get-
I mean, it
Yeah.
ain't just
Talk
for
down
men.
to if you too emotional, you get fucking rejected if you being too aggressive. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Every woman want a man, but you want a man and not have no feelings. That's just how it is. And
Yeah.
niggas share their feelings and
Yeah.
get dogged out.
You get dogged out.
Yeah, and then that's where I'm cut from a different cloth, and I have a different way of going about that kind of stuff when
And
it
so
comes to
that's-
communication.
Yes, ma'am.
But because of all the women that have ruined these men, I'm in the predicament.
Yes, I am damaged.
Hell, we all a little
Yeah,
damaged.
we
Follow
are.
up, Durner, when it comes to you, and I'm not trying to pick on, I'm just trying to get more insight to who you are and
Yeah.
how you will be in the future. Let's say you do meet your husband, things are going well, but you still, can you accept that you may not know everything?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
saying
got it,
that.
got it.
I'm just saying.
Good. As long as you had it.
Yeah, no, because there's probably still gonna be stuff that you don't know about me. I mean, that
Right.
hell I'm buried so deep within me
Right.
that it's probably not
Cool.
in my immediate conscience to bring it
Exactly.
up. So that's not what I'm saying. I don't feel like that's a deal breaker, but I do want, and the healthy way to
But-
have that is for your spouse to be your safe space, to be able to, if you were comfortable.
But
or
that
if it
is a
did
deal
come up.
breaker. You said to you, really?
No.
Because check this out. If you married and boom, y'all been married, down the line he find out something that he feel like you should have told him, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, that's where communication comes into play.
But why you want to go and tell him ahead of time?
Same thing with him though. It works both ways.
Now we ain't talking about him. You said you. Now you want to keep your secrets.
But-
No, I didn't say that.
But,
no,
I
y'all
mean-
didn't ask me if I was gonna be willing. I said there might be something so deep, buried deep within that I consciously, like it's on the subconscious. I'm not thinking about it, and until I'm triggered and can get down to the root of it, I won't even know myself to be able to tell you. So if I'm figuring it out later with a therapist or whatever the fuck it is, you can't fault me for that. Just like I wouldn't be able to fault you for that.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
But I mean, in my opinion, I think as humans we sit there and we pillow talk and we share shit that we probably shouldn't share, like he says. And like for instance, I mean, I was a dancer. I used to do this and that. Do I have to discuss that with the people that I'm, you know, with?
If you gonna be serious with them, and
But maybe why not be on a certain time like you? I might not feel comfortable bringing that up and talking about my past with my new, because my ex might have been one who, oh, you a hoe, you finna go back and dance, you finna go back and do that, just because we're not on the same
you can't
page.
worry
You know,
about your
men,
ex. You
I'm
gotta-
just saying men and women do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They talk amongst each other and then they sit there and lash out and
I ain't
bring
gonna
it
say
up
that.
on
Cause
somebody
same
else.
thing I tell my old lady is same thing I tell my homeboy.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, so-
and that it's
Right.
men and women. We both,
Yeah.
we all as humans, we probably shouldn't discuss. I'm on both sides, is what
But
I'm
my
saying.
homeboy gonna probably know more about what I got going on.
My homegirl definitely is
Yeah,
gonna
my
know
old-
And
more.
I think that because there's different dynamic of a relationship that's in theory.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when you're in a relationship, marriage-wise, there's a more intimate setting. There's more like
Right.
long-term investments in different matters versus on a homeboy-homegirl situation. You know,
Yeah, because hopefully by the time you walking down the aisle to say I do to somebody, you fully trust them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of
You know
course,
what
of
I'm
course,
saying?
And
So-
it's grown.
Then that person should be your safe space, and you should feel comfortable and
Oh,
safe
yeah.
enough.
But as
to
long as you
share
have an
whatever.
understanding that,
Or
hey,
she knocked up.
that one.
That's not a reason to get married, though.
But as long as you have understanding that there will be things that you may not know initially or maybe even long term, and because the man respects that you gonna probably have something that you may not want to disclose
Right.
either.
Or it might be better for you not to know.
Well, I mean, because
Just
not for
saying,
real.
some stuff better is good for you not to know.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I mean, yeah, because there's some things that people have confided in me and certain things about them I would never share.
Yeah.
I would die with these secrets.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
And I never use something you told me against you.
Right.
Because I don't, like I said, I don't
You're
want that
not-
done to
you're
me.
right.
And because like, words do hurt. People may not say that, but that shit will fuck
It
you
does.
up.
yeah.
And make you react a certain way where you may want to kill a motherfucker or just dissing yourself. And in other situations, people may self-delete, commit suicide. Because
Yeah.
like, wow, I told you in confidence and you did this to me,
Right.
then there's no hope. Like, I trusted so much in you.
Yeah.
You did this shit. I can't turn to
In
no
a
one
way,
else.
that's like we sit up here talking about rejection. Like in a way, that's rejecting a person because you're rejecting that trust that was built there.
Yeah.
You're breaking it, and that's a form of rejection because
Yeah.
now that person doesn't feel accepted by you anymore. You're no longer a safe space for that person.
And
Yeah.
they have no safe space in
And
the
that's
world.
what we talked about down the line.
Because like,
Yeah.
as you get older, you have very much time to reassess or re-engage or invest a whole other relationship with someone you don't even know.
Right.
Start all over new again.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
be like,
What's your favorite color?
I hate
What you like
starting
to
over.
eat?
Yeah,
I can't take you to this restaurant because this was her restaurant.
I'm telling you, I hate starting over.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, man.
I
You gotta
hate
be
it.
very
Me
careful.
too, now that I'm old. But boy, my younger man days, boy, shit, ain't had no
Already.
problem with it.
Right.
But see, that's what's wrong with the world, though. Everybody need to learn how to communicate better.
Well, that's true.
That's a whole global problem.
No, seriously, generational everything.
Yeah.
That is the root of every possible solution.
Yeah.
Knowing information, also communicating and finding a resolution or a compromise. to some
And
degree.
healthy conflict
I ain't gonna
management.
say that's just a solution, but yeah, that's one of the main ones.
Well, no, you don't think that's the main, like, you don't think,
I think the internet the main thing.
well, I'm saying, if you break it down to the root.
What's wrong with the internet?
Man, everybody wanna be
That's the
BBL.
broken.
The internet messed your youngsters, everybody. The internet destroyed everything.
No, so it's definitely a problem.
It's just ain't no more ugly people.
Nah, they ugly still.
Nah, I know they ugly, but it's not like nobody, everybody
Everybody
bad,
cute.
bad, this, and
Yeah,
this, and
but-
everybody.
But
I
I,
think
think
the
I was
internet-
saying that
Like in a relationship, yeah, I think you gotta
I think-
communicate.
I
know.
think that even from everything from political, socioeconomically, and also that part, an understanding of everything. If you communicate and get a table of ideas, a general understanding of the person across the table from you, a different race, different gender, whatever, that's the start.
Yeah.
And you branch off and find a solution.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, it's more than one way to communicate, though. You're not gonna communicate with everybody the same way.
Correct.
Like, a person can't expect. That certain people can't, like, you have a person that you deal with that expects you to have the same kind of communication that you have with your family or friends or this, that, and the third. Like, you ain't got that. You ain't earned that yet.
Yeah.
Correct.
Everything come with time. Everything
Sure.
come with time.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, like he was saying, I don't say shit. I don't really say shit. But if I get to the point where I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with you, then
I'ma
shit,
tell
I'm
you,
gonna
it's
start
gonna come
telling
out,
shit
yeah.
gonna piece itself together.
Or you gonna
My
figure it
process
out
is slow as
anyway.
fuck, and I
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah.
Mine ain't that slow though.
Shit, mine is.
Man, ain't. JD worse than me though.
As long as you know, I be old some shit.
Well, in conclusion, guys and women, girls, teenagers, whoever's watching this, learn how to handle rejection. Know that violence is necessarily, most of the time, not the answer at all. And, just process, like my man said, and like I kind of spoke to in the first segment, reevaluate.
If you're a man, we can tell you from a man point of view.
Correct. And from women,
And pull your pants up before you approach her. Look at her. She don't want
Yeah.
you sagging and
All that
dreads
shit.
Nah, wait a
dirty
minute. Pull
and-
your motherfucking pants up before you approach me too.
Thank you.
Well,
The fuck?
anyone. There you
The
go.
fuck?
There you
Talk
go.
Put a belt
about it.
on.
Boom, let's
Talk
get
it
it.
Brush your teeth too, nigga.
that
Cause your
part.
breath stink.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to say
before we
that.
get out of here, anyone want to share their social media handles once more?
Yeah.
We can start down here.
Dorinda Alexander on Facebook, Oriana_Dorinda on all other platforms.
Manifesting Millions on all social media platforms.
Pea Armstrong on Facebook. MP Show on Instagram.
Yeah.
Already.
JD Hill on Facebook, _solution 285 on all other social media platforms.
Them alone.
Already.
Okay.
And,
Good.
Underscore
That mean they looking
the
for me
solution.
then.
Clyde will say the third that's here on YouTube. Please put it in the search engine. Watch all my independent films. Upcoming Dance 2 with these individuals. Also, we have The Devil's Lobby. Hopefully, that'll be around Thanksgiving. And a lot of things coming in 2024.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the MP Show back.
Already. Say
What's
less.
that?
Already. We'll talk offline.
It's gonna be big, y'all.
Already. And also, you can put that in, of course, in Facebook. The Flight of the Phoenix on Instagram. And if you want to fuck with me on Twitter, be careful. That's the Phoenix 6969. Adults only, man. Like, I ain't, listen, get down on Twitter.
I'm finna get it.
Not
I'm finna
for
sign up for Twitter. I forgot.
Listen. But no, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Look out for the Ladies Lounge, Erica Kane. That's the big one, not the little one. And these two on Wine Talk. They got some more coming too.
Do it.
I hope so. Please, tell me something. But it,
Can I be a guest on Wine Talk? But we gotta have some alcohol for real, not just wine. No, we gotta have alcohol.
Oh,
She
shit.
Wine
don't
Talk.
drink. That shit crazy.
She don't drink.
Yeah, not like that.
yeah, she.
I've been getting drunk as up here with these people. And
Good
I have
job.
a long day today. Say good job.
No, thanks for
I got a
watching.
long
See
day.
you guys every Sunday and every Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We out this one time.
I see you tried to time it and shit.
DOA with DOA.
Good job.